Montserrat Contemporary Art Gallery in Chelsea. My name is Terry Kelly Chamberlain, and we are here today to discuss the Chelsea Salon, a special area in the gallery of Montserrat Gallery. We will first start with one of our artists, Barbara Fracchia. She does realistic work. This is part of the spotlight area of our Chelsea Salon. Her realistic work is based on observations of color in nature. She says many things about the beauty in the landscape. She has a few figures, but just mostly it's the mood she creates when she's creating her work. It's as if you're right in the presence of the landscape when you look at her pieces. This is our second spotlight artist, Jia Mei. They are watercolor flowers observed from nature. He has beautiful technique of drawing out the color in the art and creating the shapes of the rose or the flower that are just perfect in spirit. He has a beautiful technique to isolate the piece, the flowers on the piece, where you focus directly on the art, directly on what he is trying to say. You can tell definitely that he loves the flowers that they are being created here. Our next artist is Angeles Gonzalez. She's a photographer who creates environments of another time. She has a series of each of these photographs. The one on the top is Femina, where the woman is focused on and the jewelry creates an image in a time of dreamlike state. She has many in this series, and the one on the lower level here is called The Golden Door, which brings to mind the Renaissance, using textures and fashion and color. This brings us again into a dreamlike environment where we're dreaming of different times, different environments. And again, this is a series which she's created. Our next artist at the Chelsea Salon is Nabuko Tanabe. She's a Japanese artist. She does acrylic on a canvas, and these acrylic pavings are shaped with a stiff media that reminds us of the water. The one on top is called Blue, and that takes us to the depths of the ocean. We look and we see just beautiful, beautiful color tones, very nice meditative piece, as if you were looking at a mandala. This is a little different, very unique, touching on the soul of the ocean. Okay, and here we are with Dorothy Culpepper. She has a great expressionistic pattern to her work. She uses the tools and the paint to create a story. She uses the paint flat, she pours, she splatters, and she says that when her soul tells her to stop, that's when she knows when to stop. You can see there's a rhythmic quality, as if she's listening to great music. It's a story that is continually being told, and the more you look at it, the more you see. All right, this is Barbara Fracchia. This is a preview of her next show coming, a solo salon show at Montserrat Gallery in October. It is called window shopping. It's a preview looking through windows, looking through the windows of different shops. What do you see? What is reflected in the window? What do you see inside the window, and what is around it? To see the environment, very, very fascinating what could be achieved in this next show of hers. She is also in our spotlight. Okay. Here we see at our Chelsea Salon, Peggy Zering. Her work is mixed media. Her goal is to create work that looks like metal, and she has achieved that very well. She has textures, she has metallic paint, she has things that look like they've been unearthed from a historical monument. Their textures, their colors, and she uses very interesting metallic tones to create this historical piece, as if it was just found in some archaeological dig. All right, our next artist is Cello. She creates pieces from using watercolor and collage. She works on an intuitive basis, knowing when the piece is done with her heart. She's experienced music and landscapes. She uses watercolor. She loves watercolor, and speaking with her, she told me how much she loves the randomness of watercolor on paper. I think she has achieved beautiful vision, and each piece is a surprise. Here we are again, we are visiting Barbara Fracchia. These are her waterworks series. We see a little fish darting out between the corals, and kind of a humorous look on its eyes. And down below we have the beautiful Aniba, with the coloring and the tones of underwater visions. Here we are visiting with Maria Echeverria. These are moonlit nights, beautiful, beautiful seascape, the moon rising over the horizon. The color she uses are beautiful, beautiful tones, just as we see them in dreams. The lower piece is called Misty Evening. She draws out the mood with very beautiful colors and tones on both pieces, almost as if it was an outer space landscape. Okay, here we are with Anna Size. These are two canvases on oil on canvas. The beauty of the mood of the dinner or luncheon, she calls it celebration in Italy. The technique she has, the apples, the wine, the grapes she's created are extraordinary. You see the different color tones, the use of oil to create a mood for just that luncheon that we're going to have in a little while. The second piece she has is called Reflections. And again, her talent in the use of oil comes out in the lacy fabric on the right, and also on the beautiful reflections in the vase. It looks like a silver vase reflecting also the materials. Her eye is excellent in the usage and the coloring she's chosen. Okay. Here we are with Rosa Tardieu. There are two canvases with beautiful flowers, magnificent handling of the oil, usage in creating the flowers, the mood of the flowers. Here we have Tulip, which is coming in bloom soon in our country, in our climate. And she's used this as a meditative thing. You just look deeply into that beautiful, beautiful tulip. And here there are two flowers, and on the right we have poppies. And they are crying poppies. Is that crying, or is that, are they teardrops, or are they raindrops falling from the flowers? The black and the red, she's created a great imagery, having them stand out using the different techniques of her great talent. Here we are with Diana Latorte. She has a story with each painting she creates. There are relationships, there are environments, using people that are looking at each other, they're turning backs to one another, but yet she also has a humorous side. They're funny, and they're also texturally beautiful because she adds lace, she adds jewels, she has a great quality of gold on her pieces. It's just interesting. You could write a whole book about this little story here with the man and the boat. Romance, friendships, and we wonder what's happening there. And especially in this piece, we have the little shark fins sticking up around what's going on in this story. Also, we have two more pieces by the same artist. The top one is called The Agreement. Here we see two people back to back. Wonder what kind of agreement have they made? Are they going separate ways? Are the birds on top speaking to one another? It's almost like their minds are in a surreal environment, creating a story of what is happening next. The lady has a heart on her shoulder. The man looks a little angry, so we wonder what's going on. The next one is called The Tropical Dress. And this is very, very unique, almost as if it's a plant growing. We have a bird sitting on the part of the dress, almost like a branch. And is this an exterior vision of something growing outside? Or is it also a dress that we wear, and where are we going? What is happening here? All her work has great imagery and storytelling. Okay, we have our final artist, Susan McKenna. Her work is beautifully reminiscent of Expressionist painting. You can tell that she's created this piece on site. She likes to work in the air, outdoors, observing the flowers as they are in nature. She has created a great rhythmic quality with her paint and emphasized certain flowers that really creates a wonderful dreamlike quality and very, very historical reminiscence of very, very beautiful pieces of the Impressionists.